Hello everyone, thank you for checking out my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. Today we are doing a video specifically about the Costa del Mar sunglasses and all of their mirrored lenses. So this is the second video I have about their lenses. The first video is all about the three base color lenses, and you can see that video up here. So the base color lenses, as I call them, are the copper lens, the gray lens, and the rose lens. So I call them the base color lenses simply because those are the three colored lenses that all of these mirrors are put on top of, with the exception of this one here, which is called the Sunrise Silver mirror. That one is basically its own separate lens color. But the gold, the gray, silver mirror, the blue mirror, the copper silver mirror, and the green mirror are all mirrors based on top of these three main lenses. Okay, so that video up here will show you these three lenses, what the differences are, what the views are through them, and give you some thoughts on my ideas about them. So this video is going to be concentrating on just these mirrored lenses and what we see through them and some ideas and different uses for them. Okay? All right. So let's just start off here. Let's just talk briefly about the Costa lenses. They are amazing lenses. They offer 100% UV protection as well as really great polarization. They are available in either a polycarbonate lens, which is like a plastic lens, or a glass lens. So the difference between the two is basically the polycarbonate is going to be a cheaper option. It's going to be a much lighter weight option. However, polycarbonate being plastic is going to be a little more susceptible to scratches. Okay, so we just need to be careful with it, but they are really amazing lenses to look through as well. The glass lenses seem to be the preferred lens from Costa. They are going to be more costly. They are going to weigh more than the polycarbonate lens. However, they're going to give you a little more clarity, and they're going to give you more scratch resistance. So yeah, like I said, they seem to be the more desired lens from Costa. However, both of them are great, and it just depends on the different models that you're interested in, the different types of glasses, and which lenses they use, or which ones you can choose, different colors, for different models of sunglasses. For example, right, this is the ballast, and this uses the copper, lens and a polycarbonate. And this is an amazing combination. I mean, this is great because this is a rimless pair of sunglasses that's designed to be extremely lightweight. This weighs like 15 grams, all right? Like nothing. You don't even know these things are on. And if there were glass lenses in here, they're going to be much heavier. Probably, I'm guessing, maybe 25 grams or more. So they're definitely going to add a lot more weight to it. So it just depends on the style and what you like. Now, the glass lenses are going to offer better clarity than the polycarbonate. However, let me say that in everyday use, I own both and I can't tell the difference. All right? So maybe, through some computer programming, high-tech instrumentation, the glass is going to be clearer than the polycarbonate. Yeah, probably so. But in everyday use, they're both amazing. You really can't tell the difference. If I put, these polycarbonate lenses on and then put on the glass ones, there's no difference in my mind. So it just depends on what model, what they offer, what colors, and what's available. All right, no big deal. So all of these glasses are also, really going to be great between that polarization and the UV protection to really provide you with a very comfortable view of the world. Okay, a lot less strain on your eyes. There's, no like squinting, all the harsh reflections that can come off of the water, the glass, cars, everywhere around you. If you're at the beach, the bright light reflects off the sand and comes up in your eyes. Like, all of that greatly gets reduced with these glasses, making your eyes much more comfortable, right? It helps to reduce all that stress on your eyes and headaches and everything else. So really amazing. All of these glasses really do help you with all of that. All of these glasses also have a hydrophobic and oleophobic coating on the lenses, which basically means that they will, as a hydrophobic coating, will help to reduce water, from building up on the lens. So rain, sweat can run off the lenses a lot easier. And an oleophobic coating helps to reduce the buildup of dirt, dust, grime, grease, fingerprints, all that kind of stuff. Now, basically what it does, right, is it doesn't, keep dirt from getting on the lens. If your hands are dirty and you touch, the lens, yeah, you're going to get fingerprints and stuff on it. But what it does is it helps to be able to clean them off much easier. So with all of these different pairs of sunglasses from Costa, in the case that you get with them, you get a cleaning cloth. So between the coatings on the lens and the nice cleaning cloth that they give you, you're able to keep these lenses nice and clean and a clear view through them, rather easily. So that's really nice as well. Okay, they also have an anti-reflective coating on the inside of the lens, which helps to reduce any kind of glare like off of your cheeks, up inside the lenses, or perhaps off the bridge of your nose, reflecting inside the lenses, which can be really distracting. So with these, you're greatly going to reduce all that. I don't notice it at all. They're really amazing. Okay, so yeah, Costa makes top-notch lenses, top-notch glasses. Their quality on everything is really great. So yes, they are more expensive. They are not cheap, but you get what you pay for. All right. Costa has also kind of captured the sport fishermen's world. They are very popular amongst saltwater and freshwater fishermen, both offshore, onshore, freshwater, bass fishermen. Costas have become a very popular model of sunglasses for them, and especially their Pro Series sunglasses offer a lot of features on them that really cater to sport fishermen and everybody else as well. Some of the features that they put on these Pro Series glasses are really great for everyday use as well. Really nice, like water sweat management things, adjustable nose pads, all that kind of stuff, venting inside. Really nice features. So if you would like more information on those Pro Series sunglasses, I do have another video here where we look at all 7 of them that are offered currently at this time. So you might want to check that out. And then I do have separate videos here on my channel about every one of these models of sunglasses individually. So very cool stuff. All right, so let's get into these lenses, which is what this video is really supposed to be all about, your view through all the different mirrors, so we can tell you what things, look like with the different color mirrors. Okay, so let's start off with the base color of copper. All right, so the copper lens in general is a really popular, just general purpose lens. Kind of gives you that orangey, brownish, orangey copper look to everything. Your view through them is going to have that orangey hue through it, which is really great for color and contrast. All the colors are going to pop in this simply because it's a darker lens. It's going to darken your field of view, but it's not going to be as dark as, say, the gray lenses are. It's going to have that orange view through it, which is going to just brighten things a bit. cut down on all that harsh light. You know, it's going to be a very comfortable view, but yet a little bit brighter view than in the grays. All right, so on top of the copper base color, they have two different lenses, the green mirror and then what they call the copper silver mirror. All right, so the green mirror, let's dive into this one first. And in general, with all these mirrored lenses, whenever you put a mirror in front of a base colored lens, it's going to basically make your view through the mirror, just slightly darker, okay? Not a lot. It's not like you're going to wear the copper lens and things look orangey, and then you're going to put on, you know, one of these and it's just like darker. No, it's subtle, but it is slightly different, just a little bit. Okay, so the green mirror here. Let's talk about this green mirror here. I'm going to put a video up here, and this video is basically going to show you the view without the lenses and then with the sunglasses. So I set up my camera on a little garden in my backyard, off my deck, some flowers. It's early spring. The flowers aren't big and huge yet, but they're growing. They're there. It provides color. There's some contrast and everything there for you to see. So basically I have my camera with the lens here pointing at the flowers, and then I take the glasses and I put them down in front of the lens. I bring them back up. Okay, back down again, back up a couple times. So you can see the view without the glasses and then with the glasses. Without and with it, and you can see the difference, okay? I'll do that for each one of these. All right, so the green mirror, as you can see here, definitely adds that orangey contrast to it. Really nice. So the green mirror is very popular for sport fishermen and who seem to prefer it when they're fishing inshore. Darker water, murkier water. Freshwater fishermen, bass fishermen seem to love the green lens the best. The green and the blue lenses are Costa's most popular lenses. And again, you know, just for fishermen, like I said, inshore, darker water, greener water, murkier water, the green lens seems to be the preferred one. Offshore, deep blue water, bright sunshine, those fishermen seem to love the blue lens a little bit better. So we'll get into that one too in a bit. But overall, the green lens is amazing. It's hard to see in this video, but it is a vibrant green mirror on the front of this. I always have a hard time photographing it and, you know, videos. You don't see the green in here very well, but trust me, it's a bright green mirror in real life. Very cool. And it adds a little more darkness, a little bit darker view than on the standard copper lens. So very cool. But the copper lens is known to enhance color and contrast. So a very, very nice lens for everyday situations. And it's really nice not only in bright light, but in darker conditions. Not darker, but more shady conditions, lower light conditions. This is a great lens too. And it's simply because of that copper color, orangey view through it, that it darkens the image, but it's still a brighter image. Okay, so it's really great for those lower light situations. Okay, next, the copper silver mirror. All right, I'll play the video back here for you on that one. Very similar to the green. It's going to give you that same kind of orangey view through it, slightly darker again than the standard copper. But it also kind of, I guess that silver mirror, to me, it also just seems a little more gray. It's got the copper orange view through it, but a little bit more dull, maybe a little more of a grayer image into it. Nothing major. And again, you're only going to see these differences, you know, when you take this one off and put this one on and take it and switch them and do pictures and you know, really look at it in everyday use. You know, if you own one of these, you're not going to tell the difference between that one and this one, okay? They're very similar. All right, but again, you can see there. Okay, and then finally, what I want to do here is put 3 pictures up in the back here. The first one is the standard copper lens, just a still picture. And then we're going to put the green lens up next to that one, and then the copper silver mirror up next to them. So you can see all 3 of these, and if you can tell a little difference between them, you know, you can see all up here in the still photos the differences. Okay? All right, let's move on. The gray lens. All right, so the gray lens is going to give you the darkest field of view of all the lenses, you know, available, of all the 3 base lenses, okay? Great in bright light conditions. Maybe not quite as good, at least in my mind, as the copper and the rose in lower light conditions, simply because, say you're hiking and you're in and out of the woods, okay, and you're wearing these gray lenses. When you're out in the bright sunshine, these lenses are absolutely amazing. But when you get into the woods, into more dappled light, into more shady conditions, just keep in mind, I mean, they're going to be great, but just keep in mind that those shady areas are going to become that much more darker. So if you're looking for detail, if you're looking for stuff in those shaded areas, it's going to be harder to see in these than in the copper or the rose, okay? So for me, bright light, bright sunny days, you know, bright conditions, I'm on the beach, white sand, all that kind of stuff. The gray lenses are my preferred lens. Now, if I only owned one pair of sunglasses and it was, you know, a copper-based lens, they're going to be great, all right? They're not going to be bad. I'm a nut. I own a bunch of these things. For me, if it's a bright sunny day, I'm probably going to say, yeah, give me something with the gray base lens on it, okay? Whether it's this, the standard gray, the blue mirror, or the gray silver mirror, all right? So these 2, blue mirror and the gray silver mirror, are the 2 different mirrors that are placed on the specific gray lens, okay? The blue mirror, as I said, is one of the most popular lenses that Costa makes. It's amazing, right? The blue is really cool on this thing. There's no doubt about it. It's very popular. As I said, great for offshore, deep water, clear blue water fishing. Really, the polarization helps you see right through the water, takes all that glare off the surface for fishermen. You can see deep down in the water, see your fish, see structures underwater. Really amazing. The gray lens basically takes your entire view of the world and just darkens it, okay? It doesn't change the colors. You're not seeing all that orange. You're not seeing all that rosy color, pink color that you see through these. It just takes your view of the world and it just darkens it down, okay? So all your blues stay blue, your pinks stay pink, your oranges stay orange, whatever. It just darkens, reduces greatly the amount of light that comes through your glasses to your eyes. So a very cool, I mean, I really do like the gray lenses in general. I think just me personally, if I was to buy one pair of sunglasses for everyday use, I do like the grays. I just like the view through them. They're very comfortable when it comes to driving around town. Just overall a great lens. All right, so yeah, the blue is very popular. Again, you see the video up here, you know, I just played of, you know, the view through them in and out. Very cool. Okay, and then here we have the gray silver mirror. So this one, in my opinion, is the darkest pair of sunglasses that they make. This one just really seems to take the gray and the blue mirror and just make it a little bit darker. It also kind of gives a little bit of a blue tint to that gray. Nothing major, but I do notice it when I'm driving that, you know, if I have the blues on or just a standard gray, and then I put these on, it's not only a little bit darker, but it's got a little more of a blue tint to things, just ever so slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, so very cool. So yeah, this is a silver mirror, all right? I mean, and with these lenses, like, you don't see your eyes through them at all, and you just see this silver reflective mirror on the front, and it's actually a really pretty cool pair of sunglasses. They're really sleek and sharp. Very similar here to this copper silver mirror. You know, it just depends on the angle you look at it through. The copper silver, sometimes you see more copper, other times it's just silver in the front. With these, it's pretty much a dark lens with just that silver mirror on the front. Very, very cool. Okay? All right. And then finally, let's put up the pictures here, the still frames. The gray lens first as our base, okay? As well as the picture without the sunglasses as well, all right? So we got without, you got the gray lens. Now let's put up the blue next to that one. And finally, the gray silver mirror next to that one, all right? So here you see the three lenses and then our, you know, standard picture without any glasses next to it. So you can get a good view of that. All right, now finally, the rose lens. Let's dive into this one. This is probably one of my favorite lenses. I'm a big fan of the rose lens, whether it's the Costa rose lens or Maui Jim makes the Maui rose lens. They're both exactly, you know, very similar, same thing. A really cool lens, it just taking your overall view, and much like the copper, just kind of a brighter image than the gray, but this is going to give you, rather than a orangey hue to everything, more of a pinkish mauve rosy color view of everything. Probably a little more striking, so to speak, when you put it on. Like, you're going to put it on and look out things and it's going to be like, wow, everything looks a little pink. But within, like, you know, 2 minutes of wearing these things or less, you don't notice it. Like, your eyes just adjust to it, and it really becomes a great view through here. Again, like the coppers, the color and the contrast in these really pop. Again, I think, you know, the color and contrast pops in the grays as well, but the difference between the grays and the copper and the rose is simply that the copper and rose give you a brighter view through them. So I think it just makes those colors brighter. Okay, stick out a little bit more, and then the contrast in between light and dark seems to stick out more simply because there's more light, right? So it just pops that little bit more than in the gray. But I do love the view through the grays too, don't get me wrong. But this is just a really nice lens when it comes to bright light, lower light, just everyday use. It has become my favorite, I gotta say. Like, overall, as far as a general purpose pair of sunglasses, I really do kind of like the rose a little bit better than the coppers even. And it's just a personal thing. Just great. Again, for bright light situations, the gray is the best for me. But for every other condition, I really do like the rose lens a lot. Now, where this rose lens really stands out, like totally, like unbelievably stands out, is in the fall. When all the trees are turning colors, all those yellows, oranges, and reds through these glasses are absolutely stunning. It's like they're on fire, all right? Really amazing. Last fall was the first year I had a pair of rose lenses. It was actually the Maui Jims that I own. And, you know, as I'm driving around, I'm wearing different pairs of sunglasses. One day I got one on, one day I got another on, whatever. I mean, everything looks beautiful. Everything looks great. But for whatever reason, one day I said, you know what, I'm going to put on these, with the rose lenses. And I put them on and I started driving around. And I was just like awestruck. Like, oh my gosh, holy crap. Look at the colors on these trees. Everything was just on fire, just vibrant. So I got so excited about it, I had to do a video about it, which you can see here. If you want to check that out, you can check out that video here. It's in my Maui Gym lineup of, on the playlists. But yeah, amazing lens for fall colors. But also great, the rest of the year. Spring, summer, fall, winter, still an amazing lens all around. All right, so the mirror that they put on this rose lens right now is the gold mirror. So the gold mirror is really cool. Again, it just basically takes that rose image, right, view through it and just makes it a slight bit darker. The gold mirror is very cool. It looks great. And what I really like about it is it's kind of a classy gold. It's not a bright, shiny, gaudy gold that's, shining off of these. It's not like a yellow gold. It's just a nice, subtle gold mirror. And it just looks cool, looks classy. It's a really different color mirror. Typically you got your green mirror, your blue mirror, and perhaps even like a silver mirror or something, but the gold is just really different. So very cool too. All right, so you see the video up here of the gold mirror, and now let's take the pictures, the still pictures. We'll put up the standard rose lens up here first, and then we'll put up the gold mirror picture next to it. Okay? Awesome stuff there. Okay, and finally, we're getting there. We got one pair left here. This is the Sunrise Silver Mirror. So these are really unique as their lenses are not based on, one of these three base colors. It's its own separate little beast. It's totally different. The lenses on here are a kind of a yellowy to olive green color. Very unique. So these glasses are basically designed for lower light situations. And Costa seems to really emphasize the use of these glasses for early morning or late day. Sunrise, in the morning, low light. Sunset in the evening, lower light conditions. These are going to be amazing glasses for you. They are not recommending the use of these glasses for driving. So, they have a little thing on their website stating that, and I said, well, crazy people like me look at that and say, well, why not? Why can't I wear these driving? What's wrong with them when I'm driving? And, I got to try it. So, I did. All right. Basically, right, the reason being is because of all these pairs of sunglasses, these are going to allow the most amount of light through it. So if you're in bright light situations, if you're driving on a bright sunny day, you have a lot of reflections off cars and windows and all this stuff in just bright light conditions, these are not going to provide you with as much relief to your eyes as all of these other glasses will, right? It's still going to be a really bright view. It's not going to be as comfortable as the rest of these sunglasses will be. However, I have to say that I do really like these in lower light conditions, perhaps like cloudy days, rainy days, some days when it's just really overcast, but yet it's kind of still like a bright light, right? A bright filtered light through it, but it is kind of overcast, even rainy. These work great. I do like them for this. And I also have another pair of Maui Gyms that has what they call the Maui HT lens, which is very similar. Again, in lower light conditions. Perhaps if you're fishing say you're, you're bass fishing, or, you're in really shady areas. If you're hiking or mountain biking in the shade through the woods, these can be really great. I think that's, what these are going to be designed for. Not so much bright sunlit days. If you're spending a day with your family at the beach, the white sand, bright sun, light reflecting off the water, this is not going to be your preferred pair of sunglasses, right? But perhaps if you're mountain biking in the woods through the shade, through a tree canopy, this could be really a good option for you, all right? So a really specific use design here on these sunrise silver mirrored glasses. So just be aware of that. If you're looking to buy one pair of sunglasses for everyday use, and you might say, hey, you know what, these yellowy lenses look pretty cool. I like the look of them, but you might not be happy with, using them every day. I would much, prefer you get one of these, other pairs of sunglasses, whatever color you like. These are specifically more for low light. All right. So again, let's do the video up here. Now, let me say this. The Maui HTs, which have a very similar lens to these, I actually read something where golfers love those glasses. Now, you are out in bright sunlight, but this olivey green yellow lens on here really does greatly enhance green, okay, the greens. So the green in the grass and the fairways and golf courses really pops. So maybe for that reason, and they might be able to, say you have a white ball going out on that green grass 300 yards away, it might just be that much more vibrant, visible, stand out. Like I think it would be great. I'm not a golfer, but I'm just trying to figure out how these glasses could be great for that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't read that with these, but let me again just say that the green lenses, the olive green yellow lens here, is definitely going to be better for, lower light conditions. All right, but it might be interesting. Okay, so let's wrap this all up here. I hope that gave you a really good insight to the differences between all these different Costa mirrored lenses compared to the base lenses. I try to put up all these pictures and photos back here to help kind of guide you a little bit. Let me put up a bunch of pictures here. I'm going to try to get as many up as I can. Well, let's just do the mirrored lenses here. Let's do the green mirror first. The copper silver mirror next to that. The blue mirror. The silver gray silver mirror. The gold mirror. And we can do the sunrise silver mirror here as well. 6 different colored lenses up here all at once. You can kind of see, the differences between all of them. And again, I'll put up the base, picture without the sunglasses here in up here as well. So you can see how all of them kind of compare with each other. Okay, I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of a good idea. And we're going to wrap it up here. So again, check out my other video on the 3 base colors where we break down, those 3 lenses there. And hopefully, with this video as well on all the mirrors, it can give you a really good idea of, what Costa sunglasses are all about, what the different lenses are all about, what you see through them, because I think that's a really important thing, right? You're buying a pair of sunglasses, obviously they have to fit right, they have to look good, right? Be comfortable, but your view through them is probably the most important thing, because that's what you're buying them for, right? To see through them. So hopefully this video helps you out. So also here, we normally talk all about outdoor apparel here on this channel. I have all kinds of videos on different jackets, pants, base layers, boots, even backpacks, and a bunch of either Maui Jim or Costa Sunglasses at this point. So very cool stuff, right? We get into things like hiking, trekking, climbing, skiing, snowboarding, camping, fishing, and sailing. And you know, what to wear when we're out there doing all those activities to help keep us warm, dry, and comfortable. So please take some time, check out all my videos here on the channel. I also have a website called Me and My Jackets, where we get into all that stuff, and as well as, you know, different companies and what they have to offer. And yeah, please take some time, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate your support with that. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, if it helped you out. And I even have a Buy Me a Coffee page. I offer a whole bunch of different stuff on there. I really appreciate all your support, you know, to help me keep going here and provide you with more and more videos. So thank you very much for watching today. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy being outdoors, and we'll see you back soon with another video. Take care. Bye.